Hello everyone, I am Dr. Siar. Welcome to the AAPC CPC mock exam 2. In this mock exam, we will go through all 100 multiple choice questions organized by chapter, just like the real CPC exam. I will explain you how to find the answers easily and quickly. So make sure to subscribe my channel and check out my playlist. Mock Exam 2, Chapter 11, CPT 50,000 series. This series includes the surgical procedures to the urinary system, male and female reproductive system, and maternity care and delivery. So there are 6 questions. Let's start. Question number 1. An 87-year-old male patient in a rehab hospital status post-hip transplant is having trouble voiding. After his last voiding, the physician measured his bladder capacity using a non-imaging ultrasound device. How should you code for this procedure? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight the patient having trouble in voiding. Physician measured his bladder capacity using a non-imaging ultrasound device. When you look at the answers, all answers are adjacent codes, so you can use the elimination method. So once you go to the code, 51741 is complex uroflowmetry, example calibrated electronic equipment. But here that is not the case. 51798 is measurement of post-voiding residual urine and or bladder capacity by ultrasound non-imaging. That is exactly the code. Here you can see ultrasound non-imaging device. When you look at other answer, 51792 is stimulus evoked response. So that is not the case here. So the correct answer will be answer B. So here you may get confused whether to use the modifier 50 or not. The answer B and C are the same but with the modifier. So the modifier 50 is for the bilateral procedure. But here the surgery done on the bladder. Bladder is single bladder, only one in the middle part. So there's no bilateral. So you no need to use the bilateral code. So the correct answer will be answer B. So if you encounter this case in a real working world, you have to use the CPT alphabetic index. So in the CPT alphabetic index, you can find the answer in 2 ways. One is you can go to the main index of urodynamic test, then go to the bladder capacity, then go for the ultrasound. It will lead you to the code. Or else first you can go to the procedure, main procedure, that is ultrasound. So go to the main index ultrasound, then go to the subterm bladder, and it have the term as non-imaging capacity measurement. That leads you to the code 51798. Once you confirm in the tabular list, the correct answer will be answer B. Question number 2. The patient presents with a right-sided ureteral calculus. In the operating room, the physician performs a cystoscopy with ureteroscopy to remove the stone. Which CPT code should be reported for this procedure? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight this is a right-sided ureteral calculus. So one-sided, and the physician performs cystoscopy with ureteroscopy to remove the stone. So when you look at the answer, all answers are adjacent codes. You have to be careful. This kind of procedures, you have to use the bundle code. You can see there are 2 scopes: cystoscope, ureteroscope, and the removal of stone. So there are bundle codes. So rather than going for the single code, you have to look at the bundle code. So let's go to the codes. 51065, that is cystotomy. But here this is not the cystotomy, this is the stone removal with the cystoureteroscopy. So this is not the case. 52310 is cystoureteroscopy with removal of foreign body, calculus or ureteral stain from the urethra or bladder. Separate procedure, simple. So here it says cystoureteroscopy and not the ureteroscopy. So when you go to the other answer, 52351 is cystoureteroscopy with ureteroscopy, endopiloscopy, diagnostic. But in our case, this is therapeutic. We are removing the stone. So this is not the case. When you look at other answer, 52352 is cystoureteroscopy with ureteroscopy. So you have to be careful the term. Ureter is different, urethra is different. This is the cystoureteroscopy, that is urine output with the bladder. This is the ureter coming from the kidney to bladder. So cystoureteroscopy with ureteroscopy with removal or manipulation of calculus. So calculus removal is mentioned here. When you look at other answer D 353 is with lithotripsy. Here there's no lithotripsy, only the removal. So correct code will be 52352. That is answer C. So if you encounter this case in a real working scenario, you have to use the alphabetic index. When you go for the alphabetic index, you have to search the main term, that is calculus, then the subterm removal. Here the stone is removed in the ureter region. You can see the right-sided ureteral calculus. So go to the subject of ureter. So there are many codes available. You have to come back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm, the correct code will be answer C. Question number 3. A neonatal male has an elective circumcision before home discharge from the newborn nursery. The physician uses a ring block for the local anesthetic and the foreskin is placed over the glands. A clamp is selected for the size of the glands and a constricting circular ring is placed over the foreskin to compress and devascularize the foreskin. The devascularized foreskin is excised with the scalpel, the ring device is removed and the penis is dressed. Which CPT code is reported? So there are 4 answers available. So this is the procedure of circumcision. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight, this is a neonate with elective circumcision. So here the anesthesia method is a ring block of anesthesia used and clamp is selected for the size of the glands and the devascularized foreskin is excised with the scalpel. The ring device is removed and the penis is stressed. So you can see all answers are adjacent codes. So you can use the elimination method in the exam. So when you go to the code A, that is 5450, that is circumcision using clamp or other device with regional, dorsal, penile or ring block. So this is the case here. You can see circumcision is done using the clamp and the dorsal penile or the ring block. So here you can see the ring block for the local anesthesia. Here the ring block is used. So when you look at the answer B is with the modifier 52. When you look below the code 5450, it says report 5450 with modifier 52 when performed without dorsal penile or ring block. So if it is done without dorsal penile or the ring block, you can code with the modifier. But in this case, it used with the ring block, so you can code with the A. So when you look at other answer, 5460 is circumcision, surgical excision other than clamp decisal or dorsal slit, neonate, 28 days of age or less. Here it mentions the neonate. When you look at other answer, it says older than 28 days. But we have to be careful. This code 5450 is not mentioning whether it's a neonate or adult. It's a common code. So its common code is suitable for all age group. So if it's the circumcision done without the clamp device or dorsal slit, then you have to be considered whether it's a neonate or the adult. If it is neonate, you have to use this one. Adult, you can use this one. But in this case, it's done using the clamp or other device. So you have to go with the code 5450. So correct answer is answer A. So if you encounter this case in a real working world, you have to use the alphabetic index. So in the alphabetic index, first you have to go for the main term, that is circumcision. Then go for the subterm, surgical excision. This is a neonate. So when you go to the neonate, it says 5450 and 5460. Again, come back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm the answer, the correct answer will be answer A. Question number 4. A 55-year-old female presents with stress urinary incontinence documented as secondary to intrinsic sphincter deficiency. The surgeon performs a formal vaginal sling procedure. A mid-urethral incision is made and dissected laterally to the ureteropelvic ligament. The synthetic sling is positioned at the uretrovesical junction and the ends are brought through a suprapubic incision. To ensure safety, the cystourethroskopy is performed, confirming no bladder or urethral penetration occurred during the placement. The tension is adjusted using the hemostat to allow for a tension-free support. Which CPT code should be reported? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So when you look at the question, it seems to be very bigger one, but when you highlight the important part, it's a small question. You can see this is a 55-year-old female with the stress urinary incontinence, secondary to intrinsic sphincter deficiency. Surgeon performs a formal vaginal sling procedure. Formal vaginal sling procedure is the open procedure. You can see the procedure is mentioned here, the detailed procedure mentioned here, but no need to worry about that. And also a cystourethroskopy is performed with the procedure. So let's find the answer using the elimination method. So once you go to the code 57287, that is removal or revision of sling for stress incontinence. But here this is not removal, here is the insertion. So when you look at other answer 57288, that is sling operation for stress incontinence, example fascia or synthetic. So this is the correct case here. When you look at other code 52,000, that is cystourethral separate procedure. So in this scenario, this is not separate procedure. This is an internal part with the procedure. So you don't need to code for this cystourethral separately. When you look at the other answer here, very important, 51,992 is sling operation for stress incontinence. That's the same code. You can see 57,287 and 51,992. Both are seen to be same, but read the bracket item here. It says for open sling operation for stress incontinence, use 57,288. So this is for the non-open, that's a laparoscopic or any other ureteroscopic procedure. You can code this one. For the open procedure, you had to code for 57,288. So how to find this is open procedure? So I have highlighted on the important part of the question here. So let's go back. Here you can see performs a formal vaginal sling procedure. Formal means the open procedure. But if you have doubt, you can read the procedure notes here. You can see a mid-ureteral incision made and dissected laterally to the uretero-pelvic ligament. So it's an open procedure. The procedure is described here. So you have to be careful in this code, these two. So here the correct answer will be answer B. So if you encounter this case in a real working world, you have to use the CPT alphabetic index. In the CPT alphabetic index, the procedure here is sling operation. So go for the main index term, sling operation. The sling operation is done for the urinary incontinence or the stress incontinence. You can see stress urinary incontinence. So that you can see stress incontinence. Following codes are here. So again, go back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm the answer, the correct answer will be answer B. Question number 5. A pregnant patient at 32 weeks gestation with the diagnosis of polyhydramnios present for a therapeutic amniocentesis. After administration of local anesthesia and under continuous ultrasound guidance, the physician percutaneously inserts a needle into the amniotic sac. The therapeutic drainage system is utilized to remove a significant volume, that is 1800 cc of amniotic fluid, to reduce the patient's symptoms. The needle is removed and the fetus is monitored post-procedure. Which CPT code should be reported for this procedure? So there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So here you have to highlight the patient coming with the diagnosis of polyhydramnios present for the therapeutic amniocentesis, local anesthesia and continuous ultrasound guidance. Physician percutaneously inserts a needle into the amniotic sac. Therapeutic drainage system is utilized to remove a significant amount of amniotic fluid. So here the procedure amniocentesis is done using the ultrasound guidance. That is the summary. So let's use the elimination method to find the answer because all the codes are addition codes. So when you go to the code 59,000, that is amniocentesis diagnostic. But in your case, the amniocentesis is for therapeutic. So 59,001 is therapeutic amniotic fluid reduction includes ultrasound guidance. So this is the correct code for this procedure. When you look at the codes 76946, that is ultrasound guidance for amniocentesis, imaging supervision and interpretation. So if it is a diagnostic procedure with ultrasound guidance and the physician done the imaging supervision and the interpretation, then you have to code with the 59,000 with 76,946. But in this case, it is therapeutic procedure and the ultrasound is included in the code 59,001. So the correct answer will be answer C. So if you encounter this case in a real working world, you have to use the CPT alphabetic index. In the CPT alphabetic index, you have to search for the main term, that is amniocentesis, and the subterm therapeutic. In the therapeutic, you can see amniotic fluid reduction, that is 59,001. Go back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm, the correct answer is answer C. Question number 6. A female patient with extensive invasive bladder cancer presents for surgical intervention. The surgeon performs a total cystectomy. During the same operative session, a bilateral pelvic lymphadenectomy is completed, including the external iliac, hypogastric, and obturator nodes. To manage urinary output, the surgeon creates a ureteroideal contour, that is an ileal lobe. So, which CPT code should be reported for this procedure? So, there are 4 answers available. Take your CPT code book and find the answer. So, here you have to highlight this is a female patient with extensive invasive bladder cancer. The surgeon performs a total cystectomy. Cystectomy means the removal of bladder, and the bilateral pelvic lymphadenectomy, that is removal of the lymph nodes. And also a surgeon creates a ureteroideal contour. So when you look at the answer, there are multiple codes used and those codes are different locations. So if you use the elimination method, it will take some time to find the correct code. So in this type of question, better to use the CPT alphabetic index to find the answer quickly. But for the learning purpose, we'll do the both method. So when you go to the code, 51570 is cystectomy complete separate procedure. So that is one part included there. 51575 is with bilateral pelvic lymphadenectomy, including external iliac, hypogastric, and obturator nodes. So parts of the procedure is included in this both codes. One is for the cystectomy, removal of bladder. Other is pelvic lymphadenectomy, removal of lymph nodes. So other part is creation of ureteroideal conduit. So when you look at other code, 5820 is ureteroideal conduit, including intestinal anastomosis operation. So these three codes are separately indicate the procedure, but you have to be careful, is there any bundle code to indicate all these procedures. Let's go to other code. 38770 is pelvic lymphadenectomy, that is a single procedure here. 51590 is cystectomy complete with ureterolateral conduit, sigmoid bladder, including intestinal anastomosis. 51595 is with bilateral pelvic lymphadenectomy. So this code 51595 is including all three procedures. This is a continuation of code 590. You have to read this code 51595 as cystectomy complete with ureteroideal conduit with bilateral pelvic lymphadenectomy. So all three parts are included in this code. So the correct answer will be answer C. So if you encounter this case in a real working world, you have to use the CPT alphabetic index. So in the CPT alphabetic index, the main index term is cystectomy. So go to the main index cystectomy, then it is a complete procedure. And the subterms with bilateral pelvic lymphadenectomy. So you can see following codes are available. Again, come back to the tabular list and confirm the answer. Once you confirm, the correct answer will be answer C. So if you are preparing for the AAPC CPC examination, my channel will help you to solve the problems you are facing in your examination preparation. So please subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubts or any questions, you can put in the comment section, or else you can email me, or you can WhatsApp me to the email and the WhatsApp number displayed here. So please subscribe my channel and stay with me. Thank you.